How are you guys, everybody doing? Our topic tonight is expectations. Expectations in relationships.
Speak up.
We was gone for a little while due to, but we're back. Hopefully tonight's topic is really, really good and interesting, and everybody, gives us their thoughts. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Tay. So yeah, tonight's topic is expectations. What kind of expectations do you have entering in a relationship?
Or not even just entering into a relationship. What are your expectations in a relationship? Do you have expectations going into a relationship? Should you have expectations? It's up in the air, different strokes, different folks, So are you one that comes into it with expectations? You're expecting the moon, the stars, the world, and everything, or are you just one that just seems to let it flow? I don't know.
My thoughts are, I feel like sometimes people come into a relationship and they already have their mind set on how it should be and what it should be like, and that's when they get really, really hurt. Like their feelings get hurt. Everything the relationship is doomed from the door.
You feel like it's doomed from the door? What do you mean?
Meaning for the newcomers, it's the topic is expectations in a relationship. Whether you're coming into the relationship with high expectations or you have expectations for your relationship or marriage. And I said, I feel like when you come into a relationship and you have these high expectations and your partner doesn't meet it, the relationship is just like doomed in the sense because if they don't meet the expectation, you're hurt, and it's like a repeated thing that's happening to you because you're expecting this person to do this thing or act this way or be this certain person.
So you have expectations for that person or for your relationship? Because those are two totally different things.
For the relationship, if we're together and we're in this relationship, I'm expecting this relationship to be this way and for you to act this way in this relationship because of what society gives people to think that a relationship should be.
That's two different things to me. So I can expect something from my marriage. Like people come into marriages or relationships and they have this whole facade of what they expect from what they read in a fairy tale when they were younger, whether they were little girls or little boys, whatever the case may be. That doesn't necessarily mean I have the same expectations for you specifically.
Yeah, that makes sense? But you're expecting it to be this way. It's like as if society gives little girls or fairy tales give little girls or little boys like an outline, and this is how it should be, and this is how your relationship should be. It's like happily ever after, but sometimes it's not happily ever after.
I think that a lot of people take that fairy tale like from whatever they're reading or whatever, because they don't have two I don't want to say role models, but someone to set the bar right in front of them. So most people that go into a relationship with that expectation, like, oh, it should be like this, we should live happily ever after, like whatever fairy tale they have read, they may not have had those two consenting adults, mom and dad, who were happily married and went through ups and downs and this and that, but they stuck together.
I have to disagree. So the newcomers, the topic tonight is expectations. Do you come into your relationship with high expectations, or are you expecting, like within your relationship, is your expectations high, or what do you expect out of your relationship once you enter it? Noni says, expectations lead to disappointment. I agree because I feel like it's society, because it's not like as a kid when you grow up in a family, or if you grow up in a single parent home, are you expecting to be a single mom? No. So you're expecting all of these fairy tale books, everything to be happily ever after. Like, oh, he's never going to do this, or, you know what I'm saying? It's just false advertisement, these fairy tales and social media.
Yeah, but you feel like expectations, because I don't agree. I don't feel like you should have expectations in general, period. But you feel that way now. Did you feel that way from the beginning?
No, from the beginning, it was like a fairy tale, like I said. That's how people come into the relationship, with these high expectations, like, all right, my man, he's supposed to do this, he's supposed to do that, he's supposed to be this way towards me, and then they get shut down when it's not like that. So pink hostility feels like expectations come with time. That's good. That's a good way to think of it. So it can, like, you grow. It grows with you.
You grow into your expectations?
Well, it grows, like they set the bar. You get what I'm saying? Like, the person that you're with sets the bar. Is that what you're saying? She said, but
sets
naturally,
the bar for who? The next person?
Sets the bar of expectations. Like, the person's not basing it off of social media. It's not basing it off of the fairy tale books. Like, okay, you come into this relationship and you're doing all this. Wow, this is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I expect, like, some things in a relationship are granted. Like, everything's, you know, expectation. Like, I expect you not to cheat. I expect you to be loyal. I expect you to be able to trust me. Those are like, that come with the territory. But all the rest of the fluff, I would say, would be.
Yeah, but it comes with the territory of what? Because if you double back on what our last topic was, and we were talking about titles and stuff like that. So if we don't have a title, and you're expecting me to not do this, that, and the third, but we don't have a title.
But see, that's what
can't expect.
When you have a title. That's why women expect for there to be a title. Like, so what we doing? Why are you wasting my time? You know what I'm saying? If there's no title, because I'm expecting you to be my man.
I feel like and I'm sorry, ladies, but I feel like every woman comes into a relationship with expectations.
I agree.
Period.
Do men not?
I can't speak for all.
I mean, do men not come into a relationship saying, oh, I expect her to cook?
No.
I expect her to be a lady. You know what I'm saying? Not like a hoe. I expect these things. Like, I feel like that's how.
No,
men,
because
they don't come in like that?
I can't speak for all men. I can only speak for myself. My fellas that are out there, please chime in. But for me specifically, I feel like if I'm getting to know you and we chopping it up and we talking or whatever, that's letting me know right there what it's going to be. So if you're not a lady from the first conversation, I'm not going to expect you to be a lady the next time. You're not that person.
Well, if first conversation, now I'm not.
Me personally, I don't expect any woman to cook for me or clean for me. I can do that myself. I'm good. I'm just saying.
Because Patricia hello, not everybody don't have that mom.
Shout out to Mama Love and my father. Don't get it twisted. But I'm just saying, I don't have those expectations. I wouldn't have those expectations. That's what I'm saying. Some people are raised different. I was raised to do for yourself, because you don't know what somebody can and cannot do or what they're capable of doing. So I don't know. To go with what
Pink hostility?
Yeah, pink hostility is saying, it grows, I guess. But I feel like that's when you get let down.
Mika says men don't have no expectations. Do you agree with that? Men don't have any expectations?
They don't.
They have their moms. That's what Mika said.
They don't. They really don't. They really, I mean, I really don't have any expectations. I don't understand they have their moms. I mean, I think men, for me, so men kind of go with however it's going. So if the conversation is going a certain way, if you were talking, you was talking spicy, you was talking hot, like you ready to do this, that, and the third, that's what men expect. I expect her to, she gonna get nasty later, because that's what I expect. That's how she was talking. Other than that, I really don't see like the whole expectation thing, because that ruins things. So for men, it's like I expected her to be this way, and then I found out from my man that she was talking to so and so and so and so. That ruins everything, especially for men. women are a little more forgiving on that end, but men are like, nah, like, you was dealing with who? What? Nah, I'm out. I can't take it. So I don't know. That's how I feel about the whole expectation thing. So once again, let's reiterate the topic. We are talking about expectations in a relationship, whether you have them or you don't, whether you agree or disagree to having them.
Mika, who team you on?
What are your thoughts on expectations?
Mika says women put expectations on.
To
hold on. I'm sorry. She said women put expectations to hold on. Can you elaborate? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by women put expectations to hold on?
Me?
Yeah.
What? I said that?
Mika.
Oh. Women, what?
She said women put expectations to hold on. What do you mean by women put expectations to hold on? For the newcomers, we're talking about expectations tonight, expectations in your relationship, coming into a relationship. What expectation do you have for your significant other?
If you have any at all. You don't necessarily have to. I once heard before that people say you can say you don't have expectations, but you still have expectations.
Right, you do. You can say, Mika, you can say men don't have expectations, but in all reality, they do. Because, hey, Maddie. Hey, Nelly.
I don't believe that, man. I don't see that.
Maddie says women put expectations to the side.
To the side?
So the topic tonight is expectations. Expectations in your relationship. Do you have any expectations?
Do you feel you should have expectations? Do you need to have expectations? How do you feel?
Mika says, meaning they know he's no good, but they add imaginary expectations to stay. So
you're talking after
you're already in the relationship?
After something has already transpired, or he or she did something, or whatever the case may be. Is that what you're talking about? I'm confused by that.
He expects you to pop that no matter what. That's the main goal.
What if you're talking that? Who said that?
Mika,
if you're talking that way, yes, he expects that. That may be the only thing I can see a dude coming into whatever he's coming into expecting. If you're talking crazy, like you get busy, yes, he expects you to get busy. Because if you don't, then see, that's a part of expectation. So now he's let down. You did not get busy. Damn. Like, I'm hurt. I'm crushed. That may be the only thing. All the other things, I don't think men think of like a relationship as a fairy tale, or we're going to live happily ever after. It's going to be perfect, peaches and cream. That's why I say it's culturally. Like, so, or based on your, like, whomever set the bar for you. That's how I look at it. So if your mom and dad were in a relationship, a marriage or whatever for a long time, you've seen them argue. You may have heard as you got older, they went through some things, but they stuck together. That's what it is. Like, but most people nowadays didn't come from that household, didn't see that. So it's like, I expect this, and this. And if it's not like this, then I'm not going to deal with it. You agree?
I guess.
If you've never seen it, then you're
watching fairy tales, because most kids watch movies, they read books. Like, some little girls now, they read hood novels and think that that's what it's supposed to be. I expect you to be that dude that hold me down and take care of me, to buy me stuff.
That's what I'm saying. That's because there's no one in the house that is showing them
like
what it is. There's no male and female or however the dynamic goes in the household. Mm-hmm. No one's there to show them what it is. That's what I'm saying. So if it's like that, then
Mika, Maddie agrees with you. She said women tend to hold on to the what if. I agree with that. Like, what if he can change eventually? Ms. Ham says,
what if he could change?
Like the what if, on the what if.
Like, what if you let him go?
Like, what if I let him go and he does all those other things for the next?
Nah.
Is that it?
Is that what you mean, Maddie?
Hey, Liz. Tonight's topic is expectations. Do you come into a relationship with expectations? Do you already have them? Do you expect your person to be your significant other to be a certain kind, a certain way? And men are supposed to have expectations. They are expected to be a gentleman, wine and dine, and be the men you were raised to be. That's from Patricia Ham, your mama.
Everyone is not raised that way. Shout out to mommy, I love you. Everyone's not raised that way, mom. So a female can expect the man to do this, and this, and that's not the case. And nowadays, let's be real. Nowadays, a man can do or show some type of chivalry, right? Hold the door and all of that. And a woman could look at him like, yo, what you
that's
doing?
Not what they're used to. That's not what they're used to.
That's why
it's the generational
So there
gap.
shouldn't be any expectations.
But that's a generational gap.
Shouldn't be any expectations then.
No, because
I'm expecting you to say
generations, like older women would appreciate that. Whereas these young little girls, they might not appreciate that. They'd rather appreciate or expect you to buy them new sneakers. I expect you to make me look fly. Not that I expect you to treat me like a lady. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you
that
saying
comes
it's
with
an
generation.
Age?
It's yes.
No, I disagree. There's a lot of older women that are young girls mentally. So that old head that you think is gonna be like that woman for you, I'm speaking from a male perspective, could be like that young girl or worse. So now what? I held the door. I'm expecting you to say thank you. You don't say thank you. You look at me like I'm crazy because I held the door for you or I opened the door for you. That's a problem. Expectations, to me, in my opinion, create problems. So
True said, I came from that home. What home? What do you mean? Maddie says, yes, that's why I never understood why women talk crazy on the internet and expect their men to treat them differently.
Facts.
Generation. I feel like it's generation.
I agree, Maddie.
Chaka says yes. Hey, Chaka. Says, first of all, we both definitely wanted a quadrille. Right, that's what I'm saying. Yes, in the books like kind of make you expect. If anybody read True to the Game, Quadrille was a character in that book. So little girls reading books like that, it's like, oh, I expect him to have all this money. Like, that's why I feel like it's the generation.
That's not realistic.
Problem.
That's not realistic. That's not realistic.
But neither are fairy tales.
That's not
But that's what little kids,
neither
young
is
girls.
Facebook, neither is Instagram. But everybody's basing it off of that. That's not realistic. So
but
if you
that's
don't,
society. Society makes little girls think that these things are realistic.
So
that's why they get their body done so they can look this certain way.
So people need to stop
so that
looking
they
at
can live
what
up
society.
to this expectation of being this woman or this girl.
So
that's picture perfect in every guy's eyes.
So ladies, because it's mostly ladies, right? Stop expecting society to tell you what you should have or what you should expect or whatever the case may be.
But go
and find you a couple that have been through thick and thin. I'm talking married for 30-something years, dated,
exactly,
all of that. And look at what they've gone through. If they tell you they lived a perfect life as a relationship, they're lying, one. Two, that woman, whatever fairy tale she came into that relationship with, is flushed down the toilet.
Chaka says yes, if I give my all, I want it back. What do you mean, Chaka?
That's your expectation? You're expecting, if you give your all, you're expecting him to give you his all back.
So Maddie says she holds Mercedes and Kevon to her level of expectation.
And that's cool. That's cool. That's a definite power couple that you should look up to. I agree. Shout out to them.
So the newcomers, the topic tonight is about expectations. Expectations in your relationship. Do you come in with high expectations, expecting your significant other or the person that you meet to check off these boxes? Are they supposed to check off the expectation boxes?
But no, I'm not gonna say that. So me personally, I look at my parents as that's my go-to couple. No, I'm not saying I'm gonna be my father. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be, come anywhere close to being him. But nor is a woman gonna come close to being my mom. But I'm just saying that's what I know is never gonna be perfect. Nothing's perfect. That's what I'm saying. So that expectation of me thinking you're gonna be like my mom, like you just said, Finch, men are expecting females to cook, clean, this, that, and the third. That is long gone nowadays.
Yeah, because let's be real.
Long
Because when we
gone.
first got together, you was expecting me to cook like your mom's, and I was just learning how to cook.
That's a lie. I did not expect you to cook anything.
You was expecting me
I was expecting
to be able to
learn,
cook like your mom, to be able to
learn,
cook
to
all
learn,
the time like
to
your
learn.
mom. That's what you was expecting.
So look,
at
if I'm
first,
expecting
right?
you to cook, that's saying like I wasn't going to eat if you didn't cook. No, boo.
No,
I know how to cook.
I didn't say that.
So I cooked for myself, and I was cooking for you and telling you, look, get on this level because I know how to do this, and this. So if I'm gone, you will know how to cook for our children in the future. That's how I was looking at
We
it.
wasn't even talking about kids then. I'm just saying.
Come on, you knew it was going down. Stop. Don't do that.
So let's see. It says
No,
we all have expectations for almost everything. In the beginning, the only expectation people should have is just getting to know one another. I agree, but people don't come into relationships like that, Andre. So people don't come into relationships like that, Andre. Like, all right, let's just get to know each other. Because some people already have this expectation, like, okay, I expect you to act like this. Once they pass this certain stage, because the last topic that we spoke about was what was the last topic? I don't remember. What was the last topic?
The last
Titles.
topic was titles.
Okay, so title, when you come in, you put a title on it, then that's when you feel like the expectation the getting to know each other phase is kind of over once you put a title on it because you're my man and we already passed the stage of getting to know each other. Is that what you're saying?
What? What's the question?
No, he said in the beginning, the only expectation people should have is just getting to know each other. And I said, I agree with that.
So you expect to get to know someone?
That's Andre.
I guess.
Let's see. That's what dating is for. If they don't meet your expectations, bounce on to the next. That's Nikki.
Yeah.
Andre said, however, without expectations, we can't hold anyone accountable in a relationship.
Not in the beginning, Dre. That's what I'm saying. Not in the beginning. When you have those expectations in the beginning, you're usually let down. You expected her to be the woman of all women. You expect her to be the freak in the sheets. And if that's not the case, it's like, oh, damn, like I expected a little more. You're let down. So if you just roll with it and then eventually she becomes that or sets a new bar. So I could have expected this, and this and had to break it down. Like, you know what? I'm not going to expect. I'm going to let you create my expectation. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to let you create my expectations for you or of you or of this relationship. That's how I feel.
Let's see. Let's read some of the comments. Patricia Ham says, they sure are. I had a fairy tale expectations back in the day where female don't have those dreams. Exactly my point. Little girls have that dream of that fairy tale dream.
Also, but look, listen, Patricia Ham, did you have that bar set in your household where you had a male and a female that you could say, you know what, that's real love. That's a real relationship. I'm just saying.
There are some single moms. So what is your take to the single moms that are, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you say to them?
What do you mean?
That don't have that are raising kids, that don't have that
so most of
family.
So most of those kids are gonna grow up with the fairy tale like my man's not gonna do this, my man's not gonna do that. Yes.
Because women, some of the single moms are not instilling that.
Okay, let's take a poll right now. Everybody in here who were raised by a single parent, did you have mostly that fairy tale expectation? Fans?
I did because I read books. I read good novel books, and I watched movies.
But you didn't have the real in front of you to say, look, people go through things. Things happen. That's life. That's a relationship for adults. That's not mine.
No, take the music off. Okay, so Chaka said, I hold him down and he should be there like I am. We are a team, not one way. Noni says, you shouldn't get into any relationship with expectations. You should have standards, and the person you're dating should know those standards. Right. I feel like with time we expect our significant other to know us and what we want. When they don't, it can be a letdown. I agree. But
you got to take the time to get to know people before you have any type of expectations. I can't expect you to do something if I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are, so I can't say, you know what? I expect you not to do this. When you walk by that group of dudes and one of them say, yo, what up? I expect you not to say anything. I don't really expect that. There's no lock and key on it. You know what I mean? You're going to do what you're going to do regardless. So for me to say I expect it and then you do it, now I'm crushed.
Expectation.
That's
okay,
reality.
Guys, what is a realistic expectation in a relationship?
That's not a realistic expectation for you.
Chaka says, I was raised with love, but he was cheating. But but she's saying, but she stayed.
What? I'm confused.
She was raised with love, but he was cheating. Can you elaborate on that, Chaka?
Yeah, I'm a little confused by that.
Andre says, this is the only expectation. If I go on a first date, I will use the time to get to know them and who they are and allow them to get to know me first. No expectations to be her man or be my lady. Oh, you are a lot. A few dates, we will have discussions about, seeing both relationships, how the relationship is going. If we agree to what we want, we can move on to the next phase. And then we can talk about what we both want from being in a relationship. I hear you both.
Thank you, Dre. That's coming from a male perspective. I totally agree. Let's build on our expectations and work on it together. The two of us, not you expecting what you get out.
Amir trying to get a cameo, guy. You see him over there? She said her mom stayed. I don't know. I just feel like most people come into a relationship with expectations. Like, I'm expecting you to be all right, guys. I expect you to be this way or that way, and I agree with you, Dre. I think that people should do that, but not realistically nowadays. That's not the society or the time that we're in. Okay, so tell me what expectations should you have? Andre, he gave us good expectations.
What?
He said, I just read this.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to say. So I'm not expecting anything. We are going to build and work on these expectations together. So let's work on that together. Not you coming in with your expectations and me coming in with my expectations, then we both let each other down. No, but if we build it together, then now we know it's set. Look, I expect this from you. You expect this from me. Or not even really in those words, but the conversation kind of speaks for itself.
Right.
Does that make sense to you?
It does, but that's not realistic. We talk about...
It's not realistic, but we need to change that then. Because if society is building it for everybody to think, you're going to live happily ever after, and he's never going to do anything. And once he says he's the one, then he's not get that.
Hey, Demi.
Not realistic.
So tonight for the newcomers, expectations. What expectations do you have coming into a relationship? Do you have any expectations? Do you hold your partner to a certain expectation on how they should be, how they should act, what they should do? Nikki says, when you're my age, you don't have time for that type. You don't have that type of time. Just keep it 100 from the jump.
Word up. I think it should be that way from the rip, no matter the age. Nobody has time because it's going to lead to something else. Like you're going to get hurt or you're going to be let down.
Hey, Al.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
No expectations, but we can build together. That is.
Are we building expectations? Are we? Is that what? Who said that?
Lorraine.
Is that what we're doing, or what? Like, no expectations throughout the whole thing. So years down the line, I still don't expect you to do anything. Is that what that means? I'm confused.
I don't know, because expectation. I just feel like. Andre said it perfectly fine. He said it perfect. Like, you should get to know each other first. But it's kind of hard with everything that is around us. For these kids now, for this generation that's coming up now. It's hard.
No.
It is because
it's not for the generation. You just said you were reading hood novels and stuff, and people were reading hood novels. So it's not this generation.
But I'm saying it's harder for this generation.
In
There's
general.
social media And society feels like, oh, a man should do this, and should do that, should do this. And then when he doesn't, it's like, you're so heartbroken.
No,
Female, the same thing.
No, I don't feel like that's society nowadays at all. I feel like nowadays, like this new generation, everybody's too independent to even be in a relationship. Females nowadays feel like they too independent. I could do everything and anything by myself. Or I could just go and do whatever, go to the store, buy something. I don't even need a man for that. That's how it's going. That's crazy.
Andre said a good man wants to be a good man to a woman. If he is looking to establish a friendship that grows, that should be celebrated. If he does that, you should be celebrated. If he does that, you should know he isn't about playing games, especially if he isn't trying to sleep with a lady.
What?
You
No, I didn't get it.
Okay, it says, good men want to be a good man to women. He wants to be a good man to her. If he is looking to establish a friendship that grows from that, it should be celebrated. And if he does that, you know that he isn't playing games, and especially if he's not trying to sleep with her.
That's at a certain age. Who, you know?
That's Andre. No, I probably do. You do, but I can't click it right
Andre,
now.
how old are you, Andre? State your age, because that's at a certain age to me. When you are a certain age, yes, that's your take on it. You know what? I don't have time to play games. I'm not trying to play no games with you or nothing like that. We just gonna get into this, and we gonna rock out to the wheels fall off. Yes, at a certain age. But when you're younger and you get into a relationship and the female is expecting you to be this, and this, and she puts you on the pedestal, that's tough, because I'm not perfect. Period. That's what expectations do to people in relationships to me. You're making them see like they have to be perfect. No one's perfect. People make mistakes. We're all human. Period. Now, if you're older and then you're still playing them games, okay, that's a different ball game. But in the beginning, I'm talking, 25 and up. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting into a relationship. You still kind of got your wiggle room. You maneuvering a little bit. That's different, man.
He's 40.
That's a different ball game, Andre. You're at a different bracket right now. Totally different. Oh, okay. Peace. That's a different ball game. Totally different ball game. When you're 40 years old, different.
So for the newcomers, we're talking about expectations tonight. Do you come into a relationship with high expectations? Do you, when you're in a relationship, do you hold your partner to certain expectations? Give us your thoughts. Because it's been playing the entire time.
So?
You're not even listening. Jerry said he agrees with you. 100%.
With what?
Chaka says, I'm an independent woman, but if I'm in a relationship, I can't play a man and woman role. He needs to play his part.
Yeah, but you need to let him play his part. A man want to feel like a man too. Let him be a man. But if you sitting up here trying to do any and everything and he can't even, hammer a nail in the wall, then damn, what am I here for? What we doing? And nobody trying to go back and forth with you either, lady. So you expect him to do this, and this, but won't let him do this, and this. I'm not fighting you to do that. I'm out.
That was totally not expectations, but okay.
That is expectations, man. Because every woman wants a man to be a man, right? You expect a man to be a man, but how can a man be a man if you don't let him?
That's another topic. For another day.
That's expectations. I just said you expect.
I expect you to be a man, but what's your definition of being a man? Taking care of the home and everything else?
Me? Yes. That's my expectation of being a man. But it's not about what I expect.
Tay says, her generation of men are looking for the next Cardi B.
Your generation?
Do you like?
What's her generation?
She is 27, 25.
Is looking for the next Cardi B. What you mean by that? Elaborate on that. What do you mean that they're looking for the next Cardi B? I don't know. It's a little.
It's nice.
It is.
Because people what are men? You said We need to talk. Where are the men tonight? Because men, do you have any expectations?
Yes, I just told you.
What are your expectations for a woman once you're already in the relationship? What do you expect your significant other to be doing? What do you expect from them?
Once we're in the relationship and the title was given, is that your question, or you can't think right now?
Are those men looking? Dre says, are those men looking to marry a Cardi B? And then Pink Hostility says, meaning the body and the money, the attitude.
Hell no. Listen, I don't even think dudes in whatever generation you come from are looking for you to have the same amount of money as a Cardi B. Like, come on. Like, if you have that bag,
body wise, what do you think? Because like,
I don't know. Me and my peoples, it's a different. Everybody has different, not expectation, but they look for something different in a woman. So you may not have that body. All right. So there's always a better body. Right? There's always a better body.
Isn't that considered an expectation? Because you're looking for something in someone, so you're expecting that person to have that. Is that not an expectation?
As I get to know you.
You just said me and my peoples look for.
That's not really an expectation. That's an attraction. I'm attracted to certain.
Oh, so you're talking about a body feature, or like, are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Elaborate on that.
Yeah,
a body feature?
Yeah. Like I'm talking about.
So look past the body feature.
I can't look past it because I only can. Physical attraction is the first attraction. I can't look past your body. I don't know you. Now, when I get to know you, then I start. That's different. You understand what I'm saying? It could be you could have a banging body. I get to know you. Oh, you dumb as a brick. I don't want to deal with that. That's different. Mm-hmm. You can't say look past the body. How can I look past something I don't know anything about? I don't know anything about you.
So when you first meet someone, are you expecting them to look a certain way before you can even?
I'm not expecting.
Go the next step. I'm confused. Even talk to them.
That's not really
a stripper person, right? Hello, Trish. What I'm saying.
I'm attracted to what I'm attracted. Like people are attracted to what they're attracted to. No, that doesn't make sense to you.
Yes.
You're expecting to see a certain thing when you're looking at someone. Are you expecting that, or are you attracted to what you're attracted to?
I don't know, because if you see a guy, he look cute just from his face, but you expected him to have nice teeth, you expected him to have a nice smile, you expected him to have this money. Is that what you're saying? Like
that's too much.
I'm asking.
That's too much, right? Man. Come on.
I don't know.
When you see somebody, you should be able to see that from the rip. You got to get up close. That's what you're saying.
I mean, you could be watching from this and like, oh, he meet this expectation. Check.
Nah,
like
that's
that.
too
like,
much.
I'm asking.
That's the problem. That's the problem with expectations, ladies and gentlemen. When you have expectations, you have a whole freaking checklist from the rip.
There is a checklist for expectations. That's what I just asked. I said, is there a checklist?
No.
Do they have to check off all the boxes? Because there is a checklist when it comes to expectations. Yes, there is.
No.
Yes, there is. Let's go. Jerry says, we live in a selfish world. Loyalty is hard to find. So I love for what I give you the same respect. What? If it's us, then it's us. They live in a selfish world, so loyalty is pretty much everything. So when I love, I want it in return.
That's down the line. I think people are confused, right? So I think everyone is confused. When you have expectations as you get to know someone, in my opinion, that's all right. Because you have grown in your relationship to say, you know what, I expect this, this, and this. In the beginning, I can't say I'm looking for you to be loyal. I don't even know you. I don't know nothing about you yet until I get to know you. I want you to be loyal from the rip. Come on.
Pink Hostility says, exactly. You expect me to look a certain way, though.
No. I cannot want you if I'm not attracted to you. It's not really an expectation. Because
somebody can be butt ugly and you could grow to love them.
Yeah, but how did you first talk to that person?
There's blind dates. There are people in jail that probably never met another person.
So you fell in love with the conversation. You expected to have good you
didn't expect that. It just happened.
That's an exactly. That's an attraction. I'm attracted to what I'm attracted to.
But you said physically first.
If I see the person, then I'm physically attracted to that person. Yes, but there's different type of. I can't say I expect a certain type of person. It could be a big girl with a banging face. Oh, she's cute. I'm gonna talk to her. It could be a skinny girl, right? That's ugly, but she's cool. I got to know her. First attraction is physical attraction when you're seeing someone. If you're just talking to someone, that's different. They could woo you with the words.
Mm-hmm.
That's a given. So you can't say everyone doesn't have, like, attraction is everything. If you're not attracted to someone, that's a little different.
So Dre says, as long as I remember, as a man, all I ever heard is what is expected from a man. For me, Proverbs 31 is what? Okay. Yes. Elaborate on that, Andre. We are talking initial attraction or expectations in a relationship. We're talking about expectations in a relationship. That's what we're talking about. When you first see somebody, or coming into a relationship, what do you expect them to have? What do you expect them to be? Do you expect them to be like your mom? Do you expect them to be like your dad? Do you expect them to treat you like, what do you expect from a person in a relationship?
Should you expect? It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to expect anything, because
some people just roll with the punches.
Yeah, because I don't know. The older me says roll with it. The younger me had expectations. I expect you to be this, this, and this. The younger me got let down a lot of times.
I agree.
The older me is like, don't expect, just go with it, and then build on, what you expect together, because she or he may not be capable of doing what you expect them to do. So you're expecting them to do it. They may not be able to do it, period. So I'm still going to expect that of you? That's not fair to you. That's not fair to you.
Yeah.
If I'm expecting you to do something and you can't do it, it's not fair.
I don't know. Let's see. He's talking about initial attraction, no expectations. Expectations come after we get past that attraction. That's what Dre said.
That's exactly what I said. It's not an expectation when I'm physically attracted to you. Attraction is attraction. Expecting is expecting.
Jerry says, I fall in love with the personality, but looks is a plus. The mind is everything, as well as the heart.
Right, but they have to have something that attracts you to them from the rip. Whether it's physical, mental, something has to draw you to that person. You could speak to someone on the phone first, or social media. The picture could be a lie, and the conversation could have been everything.
Catfish, that's what you're
right, you got catfish, and then you see that person, and it's like, you know what? I'm already in love with you mentally, so I could do this.
Noni says, G, how long do you think you have to know someone before you have expectations? That was a good question.
How long do I think you have to be with someone?
You have to know someone before you have expectations. How many centuries?
I don't know if you can honestly put like a number or amount of years or months or whatever on it. Like, you can get to know someone and it could be quick, and this and like a lot about them. I don't know, but it could possibly. It could take a long time for some. It could be quick for others. I don't know. I think it depends on the chemistry between the relationship and the person you're dealing with or whatever, to be able to say, okay, I know they're not like this. But then again, do you really know? Because people fool people all the time. So I don't know.
Mama
good question,
says,
though.
Don't expect the world, build the world.
I like that.
Dre agrees with you.
I like that. Don't expect the world, build the world. I like that. Perfect. Couldn't have said it better myself. I do like that.
Jerry says, I expect morals. That's a good one to start with. Because if they don't have no morals, then they just a reckless individual. Yeah, they could be a reckless individual.
Okay.
Because morals are respect, right? You don't have no respect, right? You don't have no manners. Like, you just out here being a hooligan.
That's the older you.
He's
That's the older you.
Jerry.
That's the older you, though, talking. The younger you is saying that you should have morals, respect, and this, that, and the third.
But if
I'm asking you a question. The younger you felt that way too?
You know what?
Because if you were never taught how to have morals or to have morals,
if you meet somebody and you're just getting to know them and they're older than you, it depends on the person that you like. If, say, expectation, enter in a relationship. So you meet this girl or this guy and they're older than you, so you have to level yourself up. So you have to have those.
You don't have to do anything.
If you want
What you
that
choose
relationship,
to do is what
if
you
you
choose
want
to
that
do.
relationship, you have to.
Right. But still, so okay, look, let me give you a scenario, right? I can meet
Talking about expectations.
expectations, right? Should you or should you not have expectations in a relationship? If you do, what are they? Wherever you want to go with it. I could meet someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And be attracted to them physically. The conversation could grow, we could build. I start liking them mentally, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know what morals are because they were not raised that way.
Okay.
So that could be a deal breaker for a lot of people. For me, it could be, you know what? And ladies, I'm pretty sure you go through this all the time. Now I'm going to teach this person.
No, Beverly. Hey, Dawn.
I'm going to teach this person.
So you got to teach them what you expect?
No,
Is
it's
that what
not
you're
really
saying?
what to expect. It's just that they should have morals, how you should carry yourself and stuff like that. People do it all the time when they deal with younger people. All the time, because you don't know. You wasn't raised that way, or you didn't have that in front of you left and right. You had ratchet in front of you all the time. Like you just said, now you meet that person that makes you want to level up, but you don't know how to level up. So who teaches you how to level up? That person.
But is that an expectation that you feel like you have to teach the person if you want to be with them? Because you're expecting them to have that. So with
That,
expectations,
yes, absolutely.
do you feel like you have to, if you really want to be with this person, do you feel like you need to teach them what your expectations are for them? What do you guys think about that? Do you feel like you have to teach, if you're really interested or you're really involved with a person, you see yourself in the future with them, should you teach that person the expectations that you want for them or that you have for them?
Should you teach that person what?
You have expectations, but you really, really want to be with this person, but they don't meet your expectations. Should you teach them the expectations that you feel that they should meet?
I think if you're in a relationship or you want to be in a relationship with that person and you feel like it's worth it, you will. If it's worth it, you're going to make sure that this person knows what you expect from them. Now, with that being said, I don't think you can expect it, and then tomorrow, if they don't do it, or what's the word I'm looking for? If they don't deliver on that expectation, it's over. No, you have to give them time. And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. So here we get in this relationship. I expect this of you, and then you do something wrong one time or whatever, and it's like, oh well, I don't think this is gonna work. Why?
But you just said this in
I'm
the
just
beginning
learning,
of this.
though.
You said this in the beginning of the conversation. Like, if they don't, that's it. You said that.
I said what?
You said some people feel like if they don't meet it, then that's it. Like,
some
that's
people,
done.
yeah, some people feel like that. I don't think that that's right. I can't teach you something today and expect you to get it tomorrow.
But that goes back to what Dre said. Like, gradually, you guys learn each other, and you can feed off of each other.
Man, I'm saying the same.
I know.
Exact thing.
I'm not. Stop. I'm not saying that you're not saying. I'm saying it to the viewers.
Okay.
Got it.
What
So Trish says they need to know. You can suggest the change. This conversation is now, Jerry. Like, if you're in the relationship now. But people back in the day, well, when they were younger, they had a different mindset. But now as an adult, what do you, for the single people that are listening, what expectations do you have when you...
Why they gotta be single?
For our single listeners. If you're single right now, what expectation do you have for your next relationship? And if you're in a relationship right now, what expectations are within your relationship?
Should you even have expectations? How about that? Some people don't think they should.
Oh, okay. That's how you feel now, Jerry.
See, that a lot of people are speaking for the adult them now. The child in you was a different ball game. Totally different before.
A real man knows what he wants. That's what Nikki says. How much time?
Yeah, a real man does know what he wants, but that don't mean he's gonna get it.
Should there be expectations? Because expectations lead to broken hearts and broken dreams.
I think it comes with, so now that based off of what we're talking about and the comments and the feedback, I think it depends on the maturity level of the two people that's in the relationship. If you're mature enough to have expectations, you should have expectations. If you're like realistic expectations.
Right, because those are the ones that matter. Realistic expectations.
And if you're not, then maybe you should wait until you are, because it won't work.
I agree. Do we have any callers?
No. What are you looking for?
Callers. Okay, let's see. No games. If
comments.
you ain't ready to commit, then it's a waste of time. I agree, Jerry. That was our last topic.
If you're not ready to commit, then it's a waste of time.
Mm-hmm. Expectations can also be carried over from the way you were treated in a previous relationship, and that can be toxic. That is excellent, Noni, because that is the truth.
Yep.
Because you could be expecting to bring that baggage with you. That's what it is. It's baggage.
Then I'm not him, so don't take it out on me. That's how people feel. That could ruin everything. Totally agree.
To play the devil's advocate, let me play the other side for a second. In a relationship, I expect my lady not to cheat. I agree. Those are realistic expectations, Dre. I expect you not to cheat. I expect you to be loyal.
In the beginning of a relationship, Dre, you expect your lady not to cheat. In the beginning, you just met her, y'all just start kicking it.
Yes,
y'all
that's
been
an
dating for a
expectation
minute.
I think everybody has. Like, I'm expecting to be in this relationship with you where it's just me and you. It's not me, you, and her, or me, you,
I
and
just
him.
got to know you. I don't know
But
what you're
if we
capable
put a
of doing.
title on it, then that means we're together.
I just got to know you.
No, we're exclusive. Once you put a title on it and we're exclusive, the expectation is we're together. There's no dipping in and out of this.
But if we go back to what we spoke about before, sometimes there is no title. You grow into it.
Okay, but once you grow into it,
I expect you not to do this, this, and this.
That's not realistic. Come on, stop.
What you're saying is not realistic.
That's not.
This is not a Dr. Seuss book. This is
realistic
real
expectations,
life.
Right? Yes. So then what? Freestyle.
What?
Stay single and do you. Life is too short for drama. Live your best life, folks. Mm-hmm.
That's not realistic if we just now getting into a relationship and we don't know if we have a title or not. You expect me not to do this, this, and this. I'm supposed to expect you not to do that?
Dre said it's not cheating, though. We are friends and there are no expectations. I'm confused because if the first time you said, I expect my lady not to cheat. Exactly. If you my man, I expect you not to cheat because that's an expectation that comes with every relationship. It don't matter the age or nothing. That is a realistic expectation. I expect you to come home every night unless you gotta work.
I don't even live with you. If that's the we could your team.
What's saying relationship?
You're jumping. No,
you're not listening because
together.
we said relationship.
Everybody don't live together in a relationship.
All right, but we're just assuming that everybody's living together in this relationship.
You cannot assume that. How are you gonna assume that everybody lives together? Because they're in a relationship? That's not realistic.
Jerry, what do you mean? It's two-sided. You don't agree. What don't you agree with? Let us know. But once we are exclusive, then we both should expect it. Exactly, Dre. Once you're exclusive, I expect you to be loyal because loyalty is everything in a relationship. Well, in some. But that's the thing that I expect. It says, and that's why dating is fucked up. It's seen fucked up.
It is. Dating does suck. I agree.
So Jocelyn says, I expect you to respect me. I expect you to take care of yourself, brush your teeth, clean up, clean bathing. I expect you to hold down a job and take care of yourself. Perfect.
Okay.
I mean, I would hope they brush their teeth,
yeah.
Jocelyn. That's a good expectation to have once you're in a relationship, because we're talking relationship based. But for the single people, what do you expect when entering a relationship?
For single people, what do single people expect in a relationship?
When they enter a relationship, say if you're single and you're looking for love or you're looking for a relationship, what are you expecting once, what do you expect? What is the boxes that you check for your expectations? Let me see. When we are first dating, getting to know one another, and she is talking to other men, then I cannot be mad. But once we grow to a point that we want to be exclusive, then we both should expect faithfulness. And if you can't, then let's end it. I agree. Because when we are exclusive, G, then what the fuck is happening here? Because if we're exclusive and you're not expecting me not to cheat, then there's a problem. Then we're not exclusive in your mind, because exclusive means it's just me and you.
Listen, I'm different.
Yeah, very obvious.
I'm very different.
Because that don't make no sense.
I go off of feelings, and
let me just go get something for the people in the back. Okay?
Not just what you're saying. That's me. Look, I go off of what you show me. Show me. Don't tell me. That's exactly what we said last topic. You could tell me anything. You could tell me it's just me and I'm faithful and I'm loyal to you. No, show me. Show me it is what it is. Don't tell me. Show me. That's what I'm saying.
So when we're exclusive, you say you don't expect.
Show me.
Because
show me. I just told you the older me doesn't have any expectations, so I don't come into it with. I don't expect a damn thing. Look, until they make a chastity belt that I can purchase, a lock and key for the pussy. Just being real, y'all. Then you're going to do what you're going to do. So for me to say, I expect you not to do this, this, and this, and then you do it, now I'm looking like an idiot?
But when you're exclusive, you expect that. That's the expectation to have once you're in a relationship.
Listen, I was raised a little different. It takes time. It takes time because now you could show me that it's just me. Even when you say we exclusive, I can still catch you with the wandering eye, looking at this one and looking at that one. I'm supposed to be like, oh, I expect you to be loyal.
All right, so Jerry says, so no, you got me fucked up, okay? Because what do you mean? It's okay.
We're talking about expectations.
We're talking about expectations here, guys.
Do you have expectations? Should you have expectations when you're coming into a relationship, when you're in a relationship? How long does it take before you have any expectations in a relationship or what have you? So
Jerry says, so bro, how would you feel if you like a girl and she is treating you like you're not a priority? Don't you expect her to treat you like you her man?
No, I expect her to treat me how she feels she gonna treat me. So if she's making me feel that way, then I know what it is. It's not me expecting her to treat me anyway. Look, if you go through your life or your relationship expecting for your lady to do this, or a girl, a woman, or a man, whatever, to do this, and this for you, and they don't do it, how do you feel? Shouldn't you know how to look? I treat myself with the utmost respect. I know how to cater to myself. So therefore, I'm not expecting her in the beginning to do anything for me or treat me any type of way. But every person
ain't like you.
He asked my opinion. He asked my opinion.
What do you expect?
You asked my opinion.
Jocelyn says, I expect communication, having values, respect your mother, and being honest and real.
All right, so
Jocelyn,
if someone doesn't, because a lot of dudes don't respect their mothers. A lot of females don't respect their mothers. Is that a deal breaker? You expect that, so is that a deal breaker if they don't?
Hey, Lonnie.
Or are you willing, because you like that person, to kind of maneuver with it?
Nikki, because he playing games. And all's fair over here, okay?
Nikki, don't worry. You know what it is. Be hands. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Trust me.
Expectations can lead to disappointment. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But when you're in a relationship already, I expect you not to cheat. I expect you to be all about me. I expect you to what? Those are realistic expectations when you're in a relationship, not the false ones where like, I expect you to go get my oil change because you're the man of the house. No, that's not realistic. You can do that yourself. But realistic expectations are coming home every night. Being my partner.
No, regular TV.
God gave me these eyes to look, so as long as you're not breaking your neck. Okay, so we're not saying looking is an expectation. We're saying in a sense of cheating.
No, I said if I'm expecting you not to cheat and do this, and this. And yes, P. Ham, if you're breaking your neck, then what?
She said, "Don't break in."
I know, but if someone is, I'm expecting you not to do that, but you're doing that. So what am I supposed to say? Well, I didn't go talk to them, right? That's what you're gonna say. I didn't go over there. I can look. No, get the hell out of here. See? And I had expectations. So no, I don't. I don't have any expectations. You're gonna do what you're gonna do until you feel you're not gonna do it anymore.
Then it don't make no sense. No. No, but I will try to help this relationship that will begin with forgiveness. What do you mean, Jocelyn?
Because what she said before, I said if you have expectations and you expect someone to what was it? Respect Ferdinand. Respect their mom. If Ferdinand respect their mother,
okay.
Are you willing to deal with that?
Noni says, is it wrong to have expectations after being together for a long time? You get new expectations.
You build expectations because
you
now you know
together.
your partner. That's different. That I'm all for. Now I know what you are capable of doing and what you are not. So I'm not gonna. If I know you can't make pancakes, I'm not gonna expect you to make pancakes. I'm gonna make the pancakes. You know what I'm saying? That's we learned that about each other. Now I know what you are good at and what you're not good at. Period. That's cool.
Jerry says, bro, a relationship has a starting point. How can you start if you can't go forward? Like, really? So in the beginning, as we are starting a foundation, we could do whatever. Bro, you're wrong.
How?
I agree. Because if we're together in a relationship, there's no way that you're gonna be like, we together, you my girl, but I'm gonna be talking to short.
No, see, you're wrong. You're wrong. I never said me.
Said.
That's what you took out of what I said.
You. I'm saying a person in general.
I never said me. I'm saying you. I'm not gonna have expectations for you, not me. I'm not gonna expect you to feel like, yo, you can't do this, this, and this. Who am I, Jerry? You're not her father or his father, whatever the case may be. You're not that person's father. You can't tell them what they can and cannot do. Who you think you are? Period.
No, but I'm expecting this. You're not saying you can't go talk to other dudes. It's a respect thing. Like when you're in a relationship, let's respect. Like I'm not gonna disrespect you and go talk to somebody else. An expectation of every relationship is loyalty.
Look. In the
relationship.
beginning of a relationship, your idea of loyalty and mine could be totally different.
That's true.
I could expect you not to give people a ride home from work, but you do it. But to me, that's disrespectful because when I'm there picking you up, this person may not ask for a ride. But as soon as I'm gone, he asks you for a ride and you give him a ride. I expected you not to give him a ride, but you did it. See, it could be different in the beginning. That's all I'm trying to say, Jerry. I'm not saying you shouldn't or whatever. In the beginning, it's different. I don't know you. You don't know me. I can't expect anything in the beginning. So I'm not going to expect anything in the beginning.
So what if we're already like in it? Already in it? Yeah. Then you can have expectations of being loyal. I expect you to be loyal.
So this goes back to Noni's question. How long before you can have expectations?
I'm having them straight off the rip. Once there's a title, that's it. You're my man. I expect you to be my man. That means not her man, not their man, my man. That's what I expect. That's a realistic expectation. Lonnie says, just keep it 100. Communication is key. We have to build first. I expect you to be you. If that's too hard for you, then there can't be an us.
Right. I expect you to be you. Exactly what I'm saying, Lonnie. Be who you are. Don't act funny or act a certain way because I'm there, because when I'm not there, who are you? And that speaks in volume. Who are you when I'm not around? Period. So if I'm expecting you to be a certain way when I'm there, I expect you to be the same way when I'm not. But that may not be the case. So now I'm feeling and I'm looking like an idiot. Because I expected you to be this way. And then I just so happens I speak to someone who's seen you in the cut and they're like, yo, I seen your girl doing this, this, and this. And I'm over here like, damn, I didn't even know she was like that. Call me by surprise, right? That's what I'm saying. Expectations get you hurt, man. Exactly what I'm saying.
Jocelyn says a lot of men disrespect their mother because they lost respect for her due to past issues.
That's a fact. A lot of females disrespect their father too and their mothers too for whatever have happened in the past. So I expect that. I might expect that from a woman. I expect you to have respect for your family, for your parents. And if not, I don't know. Will you respect me? So that's an expectation.
Jerry says you're wrong because this is what we are building on.
What does that even mean?
To the relationship, like if we're building on this, why is it okay for you to talk to somebody else?
I'm not saying it's okay for me. See, you and him are on the same page. I'm saying I'm not going to say you can't. I expect you not to.
You're not. Nobody's gonna say that to their significant other.
But you expect that?
I expect that. I expect who on this lot does not expect loyalty out of a relationship?
From the beginning. In the beginning, you meet somebody, you talk to somebody, yeah.
No, once you become exclusive, that we're together, and I expect you to be loyal. Cassie, let's go, girl.
I expect you to show me you're loyal. Show me. Don't tell me nothing. Don't say I'm not talking to this person. I cut that person off.
But
no, show me. Show me.
But you expect me to show you.
No.
That's an expectation. You just use
you're
a different word.
No, you're putting it. You're trying to make me expect. No.
What?
I'm saying show me. I don't expect you to show me. Show me. I'm going to know when I know. A wise person once told me, shout out to her, when you know, you know. Period. So when I know, I know.
It says, Jocelyn says, unless it's an open relationship and it's communicated.
Expectations can lead to disappointment. Is that what you're reading again?
No, this one. I just read this. Jerry says this is how we are going forward, bro. Is that a question, Jerry?
That's what it is until you show me otherwise.
Let's see.
Till you show me otherwise.
I agree, Jocelyn. Expectation do lead to this.
Unlike what Fence is saying right now, people don't get into a relationship and automatically live together. So we go out to eat, we go out to the movies or whatever. I drop you off. I go to my crib. You go to your crib. Whatever. We go our separate ways. We might chop it up on the phone at night or whatever the case may be. I don't know what you're doing when I'm not around. So I'm supposed to expect you not to do anything? No, I would hope that you wouldn't. But I'm not gonna say I expect it because me personally, no, I'm not setting myself up for that. Show me that you're not. Like I'm going to show you that I'm not. I'm going to make sure I call you. We literally talk until we fall asleep on some little kid stuff.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying.
Jerry says, bro, you have good points, but I feel when we are going as one, we are one. If not, then subtract me from it.
We got to get to one first.
But if you already
made,
listen, you're not listening.
You're saying
you're automatically thinking like you're just talking.
No, I'm believing titles. That's all. That's the thing.
So if we're already in this relationship, if you're already in a relationship with somebody,
Jerry, how long? How long before you feel like you can give that expectation? Let me ask you that.
Let's see. When I get out of bed and it's real, the expectations kick in. 90-day rule.
A year?
Bro, this is in 2000. This shit is not real anymore. That's what he said.
What's not real anymore? What do you mean? What's not real anymore? Fake is the new real. Exactly. So why am I going to expect you not to when you might be? Exactly. If fake is the new real, like you're saying, Jerry, then why am I going to expect that? You have to show me. Show me. You could tell me anything.
So Justin says, nah, I don't, maybe after the second year, especially today's society. Yeah, today's society is totally different.
But that's what we're talking about. We're talking about today right now. But, we're not talking about what you think in the past.
We're thinking about today's society, yes, but what's your age? Because like I said in the beginning, generation plays a part. Because a woman at 50 years old ain't looking for no player, or a man at 50 years old is expecting you to have this criteria.
At 50 years old, I hope you're not looking for no man or no woman.
Even at 40 years old, 50 is like the new 30. So at 40, you looking for love, and then what?
What do you mean? Then what?
At 40, you looking for love, and then what happens?
See, that's the problem. You're saying 40 is the new 30 and all of that. Is that?
I'm just saying, at 40, you still could be looking for love at 40. And what are your expectations? You're not expecting like, oh, she might be doing her. No, I'm expecting you. The expectation is I expect you to be loyal. I'm expecting these things of you.
No.
It's like a checklist of expectations.
No.
People have checklists.
That's for look.
People, do you guys have checklists when it comes to expectations?
When you're older, right? This is just my opinion. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. When you're older, Vince, your expectation is I expect you to not to be loyal or none of that. Once I expect for you to allow me to get to know you at this age so we could build something. Not for you to be loyal from the rip. I don't know you to be loyal to you from the rip. I don't care how old I am. Because look, if I'm getting to know you at 40, you could be a young girl still running around with the other young girls in the club shaking your butt, wearing tights all day. But I don't want you in spandex. I want you to get dressed. I expect that. How about that? And if you don't do that, then what? Now that's a deal. Okay, so I can't mess with you. You're not really on my level. I'm not gonna expect you to be loyal. I don't know you. I don't know you. I have to. It all depends on me getting to know you in order for expectations.
In the beginning, we are just learning each other.
Exactly,
right in the beginning.
Lonnie, thank you.
This is okay. So that's in the beginning. What happens if you're already in a relationship?
So listen, this is the question, ladies and gentlemen. How long before you start having, or you feel like you should have, expectations?
Jerry says as soon as we are claiming each other. Is it as soon as we move in? That's expectations for you?
Yo, what's up with you in this move-in
Because
stuff?
everybody wants to live with their significant other nowadays.
Significant meaning married?
Or boyfriend and girlfriend?
No.
Okay, all right.
Everyone does not want to live with
someone.
Today's
society is jacked up, Al said. That is true, Al.
It is. It definitely is.
Great discussion, Tim. Heading to sleep. All right, Dre, thanks for chiming in today.
Right, peace. Thanks for rocking with us. Wait, what the...
When exactly, Pink Hostility?
Go up.
I do.
What?
Who? Al?
No, go up. Let me see something. Stop.
We have to make it official. That's what Jerry said.
So you're telling me...
Games.
So you're telling me...
Hey, Lisa.
Do people still say today, I don't know, I've been out of the game for a while. People still say... You're my girlfriend, you're my boyfriend now, we're together now. People make that clear, or do they show it? Somebody explain that to me.
Noni says, I feel like once guys get into a relationship, they stop trying and get comfortable. Then a simple expectation like a phone call every day can be a problem. That's another expectation. I expect to talk to you every day. I expect to get texts like, let me know up front what it is.
Females too, because we could chop it up all the time, and then you go to work, and I was at work all day. It was a very busy day. I expected you to text me. You didn't do it. So I'm wrong for that? Come on.
Rachel says, I expect you to do what you say you will do.
Right. Show me. Thank you. Show me. Right. Whatever you say, show me that you're doing that.
How old is he? He's ancient.
Nah, I'm not.
He's farting dust, Jerry.
Not ancient.
He said, how old are you? Because older is just the age, bro.
It is just an age. I totally agree.
The question tonight
I'm not saying that.
Is expectations, the topic. When is it okay to put expectations in a relationship? Should you have expectations in a relationship?
No one's going into a relationship saying, I expect you to be loyal. If you're doing
Lisa
that,
says you got to have expectations.
How long? How long before you have expectations?
You're looking for love in all the wrong places.
Who?
Expectations. When you put the title on it, that's it. When you put a title on it, even if for the people that are single, do you come into a relationship with expectations? Do they have to check off your expectation list?
No one's answering this question. Do people still say we're together now? You're my girlfriend now. You're my boyfriend now. People say that? Because everyone's saying when you put the title on it. What title are you putting on it? When are you putting the title on it? Or are you rolling with it and it happens organically? Let me know. Because you're saying when you put the title on it, but I still don't know anyone nowadays that says, oh, that's my girlfriend, that's my boyfriend. Unless they get pregnant. That's when it's, oh, okay.
No.
She ain't going nowhere now. She's pregnant. She's like, oh, baby. I'm just saying.
Tia says you should expect someone to have self-respect for themselves before they respect you and the relationship. Jocelyn says, so 2 years after we got to know each other and build a foundation. As soon as it gets serious, I'd say like a year or two. That's what Cassie says.
soon as it gets serious, a year or two, that's when you should have expectations.
But so does no one in watching this come into a relationship with expectations? Rachel says, I expect you to do what we agreed you to do. Miss Lisa says, not necessarily when you move in, but definitely once to become seriously involved, then you must have expectations and let them be known.
On both parties, okay.
Yes, people make it clear. Little boys don't know what they want. A real man don't play games, bro.
Oh, man. You keep saying that, Jerry. I don't understand what that means. A real man doesn't play games. Okay, I get that. But what are you saying? So you're telling me a real man is going to say, you're my girl now?
Yes.
That's what you're saying? Or
actions speak louder than words.
People don't say that.
And you can show me better than you can tell me. That's Jocelyn.
Exactly. Show me. Stop.
Hey, me.
Once again, fancies on this. Tell me. I can tell you anything. I can tell you what
a lot of times they will say, but their actions will not always follow.
Yep. Exactly.
Hey, Kasim.
So why should I expect then?
So tonight's topic is expectations. Do you come into a relationship with expectations? Boy? Should there be expectations in a relationship? And what are realistic expectations? Mimi says organically. Rachel says you should always have personal expectation. It means you have standards.
For yourself, you're saying, Rachel, correct? You should have expectations for yourself, not necessarily for the other, correct?
I think when you become seriously involved, Miss Lisa says, when one another are holding titles and when you begin to take your relationship to the next level, you must communicate one another's expectations. Let's see.
Yeah. You're not saying Lonnie's comments.
I didn't see it.
You did comment.
I did say Lonnie's. I did say it. I did say it, Lonnie. I did. Lonnie says no expectations in the beginning. We are just learning each other. I did say that.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know. I feel like everybody has expectation. That's just it. And realistic expectation is I expect you to what? Be loyal. I expect you
to wash your ass.
That's
realistic. I expect you to not be
able to
filthy.
hold me down, not in the sense of with money, like emotionally. Like, what if I'm having a bad day? I expect you, if we have put a title on it, I expect to be able to talk to you every day.
Fans.
Like, you don't want to talk to me every day?
Who puts time? No. Maybe not. Maybe not.
See, that's why I got this close.
Maybe
you don't want to talk to me every day.
Maybe I don't want to talk to you every day.
I mean, then they don't make no sense. We're wasting each other's time.
In the beginning.
If we're exclusive, we're wasting each other's time if you don't want to talk to me every day. That's an expectation.
I'm saying some people don't. Some people don't. That's not for some people. And you already been dealing with them for this long for you to put expectations on you. Maybe they don't want to speak to you every day. If that is a deal breaker for you, then okay.
Jerry says, no, we both make it clear. And yes, we claim titles. So yes, bro, we do the dating thing. But when we have hope, it's when we move forward.
Jerry, you just talking in circles. Do you say you are now my girlfriend or you are now my boyfriend? Do you say that? That's what I want to know.
That's my girl. You don't say that? That's my shorty. That goes back to the topic that we spoke about last week.
I show you what it is. I show you. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to show you what it is.
Okay, you can show me, but when you talking to others, what you say? That's my shorty or that. Don't say that's Nance, because I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. If you talking like, oh, yeah, that's my shorty over there, like, or you know what I'm saying? Somebody like, yo, who is that? You like, oh, no, that's Nance. I'm fucking with her. Like, oh, that's my shorty. Like, what you say?
See, you are one of those new age social media people. I don't have to tell everybody. Look, if I see, if I'm talking to my people and they say, yo, they know what it is. My people know what it is.
If somebody it's not your people.
Look, in my family, you went to the cookout, you've been to my mama's house, you've been to my cousin's house. I'm talking family reunion style. You know what it is.
Because Miss Cheryl said that you had to meet the family first.
No, I'm not saying meet the family first. I'm saying once you do those things, you good to go. I don't have to say, oh, yeah, that's my girl. Or tell you my girl now. You know what it is. I brought you around my family. You kicked it with my cousins who are crazy, by the way. Shout out to all of them, right? My mom and the rest of my family. Then you good.
Yeah, but
you good.
Oh,
you just want to hear it. That's all it is.
Listen, guys.
You just want to hear it. You expect to hear it. You expect to hear it. So I'm gonna drop you off, tell you, yeah, you my girl, and then I'm gonna go peel off and go chill with the next shorty.
No, that's not.
Hey,
I expect you to be.
You want to hear it, right?
Realistic expectations.
You want to hear it.
Let's
you want to
see.
hear it. That's what you're saying right now. You guys get out of that. I want to hear it stage.
We're going into a relationship at a young age. I don't have any. But the older we become, my list was growing. Even now, after so many years, some things add on to the list. Okay, so give us your list, Valerie.
The older
give us your
you
list.
get, the more expectations you have on the beginning of your relationship?
No, the older you get and the more you grow.
With that person?
I'm guessing.
Oh,
Jerry said, I want to go forward. This is who I'm feeling. When you introduce me, I'm wife.
Still not saying that. You're still not saying if
Hey, Lizette. Okay, let's see. She says, I believe everyone has some sort of expectations, whether it's for themselves or for another person. I agree.
Look, Jerry, I'm not saying that. You saying, okay, I have good points, but don't let these females think chivalry is dead. It's never dead. Not from me. I'm just saying. You're saying that when a title is given, who gives titles? Explain that to me. I want to know right now on this live.
He better not.
Which one of you adults say that's my man, or to that person, you're my girlfriend now, you're my boyfriend now? Who says that anymore? When you're younger, you say that. Yo, you want to be my girlfriend? Check the box. Yes, no, maybe. Yeah, that's different. As an adult, you have to show me that we together. Don't tell me. You can tell me anything.
I'm telling you, I agree with Lizette, because everybody has expectations, whether it's for themselves or another person. Because when you enter in a relationship, like I believe Noni said it, like you bring your baggage some people bring baggage from their old relationship. Don't give me that look. Some people do that, and you agreed with her.
I agree. Some people do bring their old baggage, yes, but everyone doesn't have expectations going into it.
Most people do.
No, not like yours. I expect you to be loyal to me. I don't know you, baby.
What?
How am I gonna be loyal to you? I don't even know you. I don't know. I just said hello. I like your sneakers. I gotta be loyal to you? I don't even know you yet. You're saying that.
I'm not. I'm saying once we're in a relationship, once you put a title on it, there are expectations.
Yes,
we're together.
Put titles on it.
He's annoying me, guys.
Once you're together for a certain amount of time, is that what you're saying?
Once you're together, yes. Once we have officially been one.
You're getting me tight with these. You in this fairy tale land still. Like you're still in fairy tale land.
Come into a relationship and we're together. So listen, once we're together, expectations. I expect this person to be this way, and I expect this person to be this way.
And that's why people get crushed.
Exactly.
So grow on it. So let's grow.
Exactly
let's
what
build,
people are saying.
Let's build our expectations together if we're in a relationship. You still saying we together for a year? I expect you to do this, and this. No.
He's getting me tight, guys.
No, don't expect anything. Grow. Let's build on it.
Okay, once we build and we grow, I still expect you to be my man. I expect you, because I'm telling you, females think like this. I don't know, because he's putting all the men in one category.
No, I'm not. I never do that.
That there are some men out here that do have feelings.
I never do that.
And that really feel like,
listen,
once we together, you said you speak for your team.
I speak in my
squad. We're your team at.
My squad. You're right.
We're your team up. We're your team at.
Not for you and the rest of the fairy tale. You know what I mean?
That's what girls
Care
do.
Bears. Come on, man. This ain't Nickelodeon. This is real
Care
life.
Bears.
This is real life. This is not Nickelodeon. You understand that? This is the real world. Period. You still thinking that, once I say this, is that. No, we need to build this together, because I don't know you like that. Once I get to know you, then yeah, okay, let's see what it is.
For the newcomers, we'll talk about expectations. Expectations in a relationship. Should there be expectations? Because most of the people feel like expectation lead to disappointment. I agree with that, but society and how people's mind are already molded, people already come into a relationship with expectations. Noni says actions is everything, just like communication. So I need to be told we are in a relationship so I can act accordingly. Thank you, Noni, because that goes back to last week's topic where it came to titles. I need to be told women need what? What do women need?
So
G-Star, what do
Noni,
women need?
G-Star? You need for me to tell you that we're in a relationship for you to act accordingly, then this is not gonna work. I gotta tell you how to act accordingly? No, you should feel it and know. Look, this is getting a little serious. It is what it is. You gonna say that? That's telling me. Unless you bringing everybody to your crib, then what type of female are you? Know what I mean? What type of female are you? Everybody come to the crib?
No.
Everybody gets this treatment? Or you do this with everybody now? So, okay. Then I know what type of person you are now.
Lonnie, I totally agree with you. Sometimes we create our own heartbreak through expectation. That is exactly it. But
man, you are on the fence. Stop being on the fence.
I agree.
No, you on the fence. I'm saying exactly what Lonnie's saying. Now you agreeing with Lonnie. No, but you just said I'm getting you tight. Shut up.
You're getting me tight because people set up their own failures, but they still
you're
go into
one
a relationship.
Of them because you're in a relationship thinking I expect you to be loyal to me because you said
but
hi.
I set myself up for that.
Once you said hello to me, you better be loyal to me. No, I don't have to be loyal to you. I just met you.
Shake him tonight.
I just met you.
No. Listen.
Just met you.
No, that's it. This conversation is not based on me just meeting you. My point of view is saying I'm setting myself up for this expectation that society, the fairy tale books that I've read, the hood novels and the movies set me up to mold my mind to think that exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I agree with what Lonnie's saying, but at the same token, I'm saying how we are molded. Some females are molded this way to have this fairy tale mind frame.
It's not my fault.
Okay,
fellas,
Rachel says
it's not your fault. Ladies, it's not your fault if that person is molded to think
expectations are standards. If you ain't got one, you ain't got the other.
Standards are different. I do have
validation, Noni says.
For myself.
So, bro, how did you get your wife? Let me know. She is a great woman. How can I get me one as you did? First of all, Jerry, I scooped him. Now I'm saying I came through, I scooped Shorty, and that was that.
Jerry, don't ever believe that. That's a lie, first of all.
I scooped him.
Now, let me tell you the real. Let me tell you the real. So, don't have expectations in the beginning. I'm telling you now. But do you? Not when I say do you, I don't mean do you as far as you.
Because what you saying?
Shut up. I don't mean chill with this person and do this with that person. I'm saying do you as far as be the man that you are. Be you. Show her that this is real. Then it's going to grow. It's going to happen organically. That's what I'm trying to say. Not me coming into it saying,
thanks for chiming in.
Oh, I have expectations and I expect you to do that. I expect you not to talk to this person. I always said that from the rip. Look, you're going to do what you're going to do. Have I not always said that? I'm not your father. I can't tell you what you can and cannot do. Period. All I can do is show you that I'm real, that I'm serious about this. That's it. That's all I can do. And if you choose to follow suit and get on my level and we level up, then we're doing this together. Then we could build on expectations. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
So how'd you get me?
Oh, that was easy. That was conversation.
Conversation.
Gift the gab, baby. I got it like that.
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
Gift the gab. Give the gap. Then she ran up on the kid. Yeah. Rest was history, you heard?
I bagged him, scooped him.
No, then she ran up on
Jerry,
the kid.
I bagged him. He saw a picture of me. And that was it. Murder, she wrote. You heard?
That's
Murder, she wrote. I scooped them like ice cream.
Oh, man.
Wu-Tang.
Happy wife, happy life, right? So I'm going to say, yeah, that's true.
Let's see. Hi, Destiny. Conversation. I feel that, but how do you deal with someone who don't follow suit? Jerry says.
What?
I'm not. You already know, Jocelyn.
How do you deal with what?
Someone that don't follow suit.
She said there's a bunch of people in the party when you're not seeing. Lonnie said that. There's a bunch of
comments.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's happening.
What? What's the question?
No, this thing is so dumb.
What's the question?
With me. I agree. He got lucky. That's what Jerry said. But he said, I feel that. But how do you deal with someone who don't follow suit? I don't understand why all the comments aren't loading.
They're
guys.
not the one.
They're not skipping your comments.
They're not the
just
one
not
for
loading.
you, Jerry. If you know, like, you obviously have a ton of expectations and this, that, and the third. If that person doesn't meet your expectations, I guess, then I don't know. I don't know. If you're not willing to build, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I was willing to build. You have to be willing to build.
I feel like it's all about actions. Don't have expectations because that will just lead to disappointment. I totally agree.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, I agree.
Yo.
You're not listening. I told you one side of me, how society has molded females' minds, and the books that you read, the movies that you watch, has molded little girls from when they're young. They mold their mind to have this Prince Charming, but then when you know that you have these expectations and then you get hurt, you grow. The older me now knows that having expectations leads to a broken heart. But once we put that title on, you my man, and I expect you to be loyal. That's just realistic expectation. We're not talking about fake expectations here. We're talking about realistic. We're not talking about those fake joints.
Okay.
What you mean okay?
Whatever you say.
Did it cut off?
No, it's going.
Do we have any callers?
No, I don't think everyone's on here. No one's on here tonight. You didn't really promote.
No, Mac Mills is on there tonight.
No more.
She got off?
I don't know.
No, she's still on. Oh, no. Let me see.
That's,
Stop. You can see who's on here.
You're going the wrong way, bro.
All right. So let's hear your thoughts, guys. Samantha says, I'm telling you, I agree with you. So in the beginning, it's all about trust and trust expectations. That's what Jerry says.
No, in the beginning, it's all about actions. It's all about the actions. Show me what we doing. Show me what you about. You don't always have to tell me. That's for me. For her, it's tell her. For me, it's show me.
Women need.
I'm speaking for me. I'm not speaking for all men. Oh, that's what's wrong. Gordo, what up, man?
Women need validation. We already established that last topic. So, for the newcomers, expectations. Do you have expectations within your relationship? Should there be expectations in a relationship? And for the single people, do you have expectations going into a relationship? Like, should they check off your boxes?
But I still have a question. I want to know how long before you give expectations, before you put like the expectations in your relationship. Go on.
Right, but why waste your time? Jerry says.
What?
But why waste the time? Night, Nia.
How are you gonna know? Gordo, you already. Everything is good. You it's not really a waste. I mean, it could be. At this point in your life, you don't have time to waste. I'm talking from a earlier standpoint. You gotta get to know someone. You have to build. You can't just expect them to be the one from the rip. That's a fairy tale. Like, it doesn't work like that. Now, I'm pretty sure for some it has. God bless. You know, they've been together forever and they met and she or he and they were the one and they've been together ever since. That's not always the case. So that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Noni says, how long should you wait for the person to meet your expectations before you decide to end it? That's where the disappointment comes in, because they can never. What if they never reach your expectations? Then what? Do you feel like your time is wasted? Noni, do you feel like your time will be wasted if you have these unrealistic expectations?
They never reach your expectations, or just one expectation?
She said with an S. There's an S at the end. Expectations.
Because if it's one, I mean, I feel like if it's worth it, you build on it. You work on your relationship. But if it's plural, that may be different. I mean, maybe that's not the relationship for you. Maybe, I don't know.
Gordo says, high expectations lead to big disappointments.
Period.
Period, boo.
Period, son.
That's what he's saying.
That's it. Period.
You know, after the first date, if she not my type. That's what Jerry says.
I guess it's possible.
So
I mean,
what? Okay, Jerry. So
could be the
it
first.
seems like, are you single, Jerry? If you are, what expectations are you looking for on the first date? What boxes does she need to have checked off?
What checklist are you bringing with you to the dinner table at the restaurant when you bring this female out for the first time?
Jerry, that's for you.
Cause
How long should you
right, Jocelyn says it's not a waste, it's a lesson. I totally agree. It's not a waste, it's a lesson. Lesson learned.
But who has time to be wasting?
Lesson learned.
Yeah, it's a lesson if you're like in a long-term relationship. Because if you're just dating for like a little while, or dating, if you're together for like a month or two, I mean, yeah, it could be a lesson. Like, you know, the signs not to, I guess.
You can't not look. You can't just. Well, I'm not gonna say you can't. I don't think you should end it on something that you expected something and they fell short. Maybe it's gonna take them some time to get to know how or fulfill that expectation. It doesn't happen overnight, right? Marriage doesn't happen overnight, and most of them that do don't last.
I don't know what this is saying. It's saying live video event log. I don't really know. Maybe that's why we're not getting all the comments, guys. So sorry, we don't know what's happening.
Yeah, because I think Keisha's.
We're not getting all of your comments because I don't know what's happening with Facebook, but we're not skipping over your comments. Noni says, like, I'm getting close to 30 and I don't have time to waste. These eggs, stop it. Got
oh my
expiration
God.
date.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
I don't know.
Cut it out. 30 and these eggs don't have time to waste. Cut it out. I mean, listen, to each his own. It's on you. It's on you, man. If you feel like you're wasting your time, you want to move on, then move on.
They better have their teeth at least the front rows. That's an expectation. That's what Jocelyn says.
That's realistic. Thank you. That's a realistic expectation. I expect you to be clean.
That's stupid.
I expect you to have all your teeth.
First of all, you know that from the first seeing them. So that's not a realistic expectation.
You just said that if I seen somebody and I said it was an attraction, you said that's an expectation.
When you look at somebody and you be like, oh, nope, that's the end of that. That's a turn off. That expectation, I don't know.
So,
I feel like
could it be
it's a gamble now. You will never know someone's expectations. The only expectation is being yourself. Jerry said, you'll never know someone's expectations, and Gordo says, the only expectations is being yourself.
What do you mean you never know someone's expectations? Confused. I
feel like it's a gamble nowadays. You'll never know someone's expectations.
It's always a gamble. It's hit or miss, man. It's not. This is not a book that was written, right? It's trial. Unfortunately, it's trial and error. Like you can expect or think that it's going to be something, and it may not.
Noni says, I feel like once the title is there, so is this description and expectations.
Noni, the last relationship or your relationship that you're in now or whatever the case may be, you said you're my boyfriend to your boyfriend and he said you're my girlfriend? Explain that.
She said just like a job. I feel like if we're vibing, it should be only us vibing. That's Jerry. Jerry, who did you wrong? I need to come there? Because who did you wrong, Jerry?
Yeah, you heartbroken. Right. If you're vibing, it should just be you and okay. But you got to remember, when you meet somebody, Jerry, that person could be talking to somebody already. Not necessarily with someone, but talking to someone. So now they're talking to you and that person. So if you're vibing with that person and they're still kicking it with that person, I don't understand. Like, are you you done? You're not trying to have that? Like, I don't understand that.
Johnson says, yes, it is. Some people have false teeth too. I'm done with you, okay? I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
You can't expect
you out of someone.
Facts.
Whew.
Facts.
Preach, because you can't expect someone to do how you do them, that is the truth.
What? That's not.
Yes,
that.
how you treat someone, that's the expectation that you want somebody to treat you like how you treat them, but it may not be.
And that's what I'm trying to say. That's the expectation you're saying. I expect you to be this. I expect you to be that. I'm not you. I'm me. Now, I can eventually get, maybe like in certain aspects, but because you may not be on mine in the beginning. I could expect things from you that you don't do. You could fall short.
He says, Jerry says, no. You're saying 20 years ago, you got a lucky one and you got a wife. For us dating, this is a selfish time. For people dating, it's a selfish time. Like he don't want to share. He's selfish. He don't want to share. Hey, horsey.
Yo, listen, man. Times are different. That's a fact. But
so tonight's topic is expectations. So you can finish answering his.
Go ahead.
I'm just talking for the newcomers.
Right. So we're talking about expectations tonight. Should you have expectations when you come into a relationship? Should you have expectations when you're in a relationship? If so, when should you have some type of expectations? And how do you feel about expectations in general? So, Jerry, would you say, no, this ain't 20 years ago?
You got lucky, you got a wife. But for nowadays,
I got lucky. She could have got lucky too, man. Look, man, go both ways.
You heard Jerry represent.
Go both ways. You heard?
44.
She got lucky too. You understand?
I did get lucky.
It could be different.
Lucky as well.
I'm grateful. I appreciate it. I definitely feel blessed to have Fence as my wife, no doubt. But at the end, listen, times are different. Times are different now. Even me getting her than my father getting my mother. Trust me, I say that all the time. I have this conversation with my cousins on the regular. Shout out to Nikki Hen. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's just different times. You have to get to know that person. You're not going to wake up and just, boom, I'm with this person. Like, oh, she's the one for me. That don't happen no more.
Amir came in here. So, Gordo says, play the game or be played, champ. Sorry. I don't know. I feel like the society makes people feel like a relationship should be this whole glitz and glamour. Like there should be no hard times, and that's not realistic. And a realistic expectation in my book is loyalty, teamwork, my expectations. Like a checklist.
You expect teamwork?
Well, we're in a marriage, so yes.
Different.
I said mine. I'm basing it off mine. So there's like a list, but let's see what else. Facts. Why can't the female be lucky? That's a good. Yo, Gordo.
Right. Thank you, Gordo. Don't always make it seem like
I said I'm lucky too.
Come on, yo.
Slow your roll before
I'm not
you
saying
lose your soul.
I'm
saying that too.
I'm saying Jerry, who made the comment.
Yeah, but Jerry was just saying you got lucky. He didn't get lucky. That's what he's trying to say. He's not trying to badmouth you.
I ain't saying he was badmouth.
Not saying you, but no, not like
defensive.
that.
I'm just saying.
Honestly, G, in my last relationship, he didn't X me out. It was me talking about possibly going on a date with someone else for him to be like, no, we together. I had no date, but I needed to know what page we were on.
Oh, you playing games? You playing games?
Put the okey doke on them.
Listen,
so I need to know where we stand.
You wasn't in here before, Noni. So last time we spoke, we were talking about titles. If you don't feel it, he could tell you whatever. You didn't feel that you were in a relationship or that you and him were together, or you needed to know so you could act accordingly. That says a lot about you. I don't think necessarily about him, because you're ready to jump out the window and go chill with whomever, but you want to know first if you're playing yourself because you don't know, then
Lonnie, people look like fairy tales. You start fairy tales, Lonnie said it's only in the movies, but little girls grow up watching fairy tales. So in their mind, this is what they expect a relationship to be like.
It's not my fault.
That's what I'm saying, like expectations. Little girls and boys, they watch movies, and movies put this in your mind like this is the expectation of happily ever after.
I don't care what you watch.
With no problems.
I don't care
besides
what you watch.
The Wicked Witch trying to kill the princess.
Change the channel because that's not my fault.
The females became the players, Jerry said.
That's true. That's true because they feel like they tired of being played. I agree with that.
It used to be Fantasia. When I see you, now it's Hot Girl Summer, LOL.
Right. Right.
Gordo said that.
The game is definitely fried. That's a fact.
I did feel it, but I didn't want to get played, Noni said.
See, so that's the problem. Noni, you got to stop playing these games. You said you pushing 30, right? So it's time to level up, baby girl. If you feel it, then you know what it is.
Not really, because you just told.
I said
right.
You can tell you
yeah.
anything.
Yeah, right, all right.
I can tell you anything, but it's hard for me to show you what I feel. If I'm showing you what I feel, then listen, go with that. Don't go with what I'm saying all the time. I could tell you anything.
Lonnie says, loving someone without expectations means knowing that they aren't perfect, but neither are you. That is the real list. Shh.
And that's why people always get hurt.
Yes.
Or a dude or a female is always looked at as less than after a while because you had these expectations of me. I'm sorry. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
People are human. They all make mistakes, man. Period. They all make mistakes.
Hey, Haja. But you can feel it and still be number 2 and thinking you're number 1. That's what Jocelyn says.
And I could tell you that you're number 1 and you could definitely still be number 2. I could tell you that it's just you and it's really not just you.
That's what she's saying.
No, she said you could feel it. So you can
still
feel that you're number 1 but not be number 1. I don't know. I think that's a little difficult to do, Jocelyn, especially at an older age. It's hard for me to show you and you feel that you're number 1 and not be number 1. That's a little different. Because like Fance is saying, if you're older and we live together or whatever the case may be, I'm coming home every night. If you number 2, I'm not coming home every night.
But then they can make it seem like, oh, I gotta go because I got this over here. That could be the case too. Like, got this over here, so I gotta go home. But
that makes no sense.
That's a whole nother topic, though.
Yeah, and I don't even understand.
He is right. Actions is the truth. Facts. No, it's true. That's right.
So, telling you, man, actions speak. Anybody could tell you anything, yo. Anything. So, expectations, right?
Yes.
That's what we were speaking about tonight.
Thanks for chiming in, guys. Till next time.
Right. Thank you all for rocking with us tonight. We appreciate it. Hope you're being safe out there during this time. Spending this time with loved ones and those that you adore and cherish. Until when? When we come back?
Friday? We're going to come back on Friday. We want to take this time to take a moment of silence for anybody that lost someone due to the pandemic or to violence. Or just natural causes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thanks, guys.
All right. So everybody be safe. Have a good night.
Stay blessed.
Appreciate you.
Love you guys.
See you next time.